Right guys, welcome back to another stream by myself, now Rocket Man. Just want to say thank you to all those that are watching. I'm one step closer to my goals. As you've seen on Facebook, one step closer to being monetized by Facebook. It's all good if they decide to accept me for that sort of thing, you know. But even if not, I can do it on here. I can get those because the people are watching me. People are watching the channels, etc., etc. So here we go. Now then, guys, I did promise you guys my Rivals reward, so let's just... Yeah. I did promise you my Rivals rewards today. So, here we go. 40k. Couple of bikes. A top splier. Hopefully we get something in one of these. Probably won't, but... 85s, 86s and 87s. You know, they're all still useful. Ooh. If only that was the blue flare. But there we go. We'll have Gabrielle. But we're getting out the first one. Well, we're not getting a blue. At least it's a walkout though. Walkouts are good for the guaranteed tot spikes. Did not get a blue there either. That's shocking. That's not too bad. We'll crack open this in a second. Let's just go to the store. 105. See. Oh no. I know I can do it. And I've got the 40 grand to do it. So, for me, 12 player package could be good. Could be an Mbappe. Wishful thinking, like. Mbappe, imagine the scenes. They've got to be bringing the fucking roof down. Aye, aye. For anyone who is joining the stream and heard that, I haven't packed Mbappe. But, I was saying, imagine if I did. Oh, made the scenes on that bad boy. Yeah, man. Do I have any other high rated fodders? Yes, I do. There's one. Now then, guys, this is what we're going to do. We've already got a team I'm sort of happy with going into foot champs, etc. So, spy 3 of these. Spy 1 more. Okay. That doesn't make sense. That one expires, but that one doesn't, and they're both the same price. Does EA actually understand what it's doing? Right. Now then. Now then. You'll have to excuse me, I'm eating a sandwich as well. Having a bit of brekkie. Now then. We do have some good shit going down, guys. Now, if we spend the 40k, we spend the 40k. But I've got to have some content for you guys. Plus, I will have Rush rewards as well. I'll be playing some Rush. You know, I'll be playing some Rivals. You know, it's all good. It's all good. Got a bit of everything going on today, guys. And we're loving it. We are loving it today, guys. Got a bit of everything. So I need another 88. Another 88 or an 89. An 88, where are you? Irene Paredes, nope, you're not good because you've expired. 88s, where are you, pals? Can I have some GGs on the 88s? Some good games? There we go. Now, for those that have just joined, you're probably wondering why I'm buying a bunch of 87s, a bunch of 88s. Well, it's Rivals Rewards time. I've opened most of the packs, but I've saved the TOTS one just for now, because I want to see what I get after doing this player pickage. I want to see if it's true. People generally say that it does. If you're going to get something, it doesn't matter what pack you open. I mean, if I'm getting a 94 or a 93, because some of the 93s in this are quite good. If it's not the left back that I've already had or got, it's pretty good. But if it is, obviously it's a bit. But the fact that the player pick, I was always a firm believer. If you get, because it's like the rule of shit applies to fucking packs as well. Sorry, picks as well. Like when you open a pick, it's the same as opening a pack. If you get a 94, it has to be a 94 or higher if it's the same card. So like if it's a blue, and your first one was a blue, then that's what you're gonna get. And I was always like, that's bullshit. But it turns out in player picks it works the same way too. So we're gonna have a look and see what we've got. Because knowing yeah, I'd open that pack now, and it'd give me an absolute banger. Knowing that I'd need a blue to stick in this one, so I'm not going to do that. I'm going to test it. I'm going to test EA. I'm going to see whether EA, you know, basically says player pick is absolutely sick, or, oh fuck's sake, we always do this, guys. Go and buy someone that we don't fucking need. Anyways, this is what we're going to do. I wanted to see whether the player pick is worth... If you didn't have all this fodder, I know a lot of people do, but if there was a chance you don't have stupid amounts of fodder, I just wanted to see, you know, is it worth it? Is it worth you going all ham on the player pickage? Is it worth you going, fucking hell, yeah, look at me, I'm just, you know, because at the end of the day, oh how, well, I have you. I need to stick a thingy on, shadow on my centre back as well. I was a bit anal about having a first owner, so I chucked the other one in there, even though I'd already stuck a cosmetic on it to stop me from spending, but see, there's the left back that we've got, there's that crap that we've got, and where's that? I mean, if I needed a centre mid and I was desperate, you know, and I used centre mids and not, that would be okay. But I don't need a centre mid, and I certainly don't need any more cams, so he's going to have to be the player. Bullshit. But, as you'll see when I go into the store, I have one last chance to redeem oneself. Load of fucking rubbish. Sorry pal, but that was a load of rubbish. I mean, that's a good way of spending 40 grand. Do a top pick to get a 25 grand player. Even better. GG's here on the pack weight there. I mean, the fact that people are saying like, oh, like, do your 83 plus player picks. It's a guaranteed fucking 100 grand card for every 15 that you do. And I was like, no, it's not. Because even though I've had team of the seasons from it, it took me about 20, 25 to get the others. And unfortunately, tell you now, it weren't Rafinha when he was worth X, Y, and Z amount. And it certainly wasn't, you know, in Mr. Big, it weren't a big shot player. Anyways, I need to go and stick Chem style on this card. So, let's go. There we go. Some things are a lot cheaper during the day though. Like yesterday, you couldn't get one of these for like less than £1,000. Only 300 coins, and I'm not going to grumble at 300 coins, but it's just everything seems to be miles cheaper during the day. Ah. But I have to say, I've been finding that Fernando Torres very good. I mean, I've been finding that Fernando Torres a lot better than some of the cards I've been using. Dirt Kite. You know what? I genuinely think that, I mean, obviously he doesn't need them. But then again, I suppose if you're playing him as a centre mid, with the stats he got, it does help. But I'm sorry, but what's the enforcer for? But as a cam, you know, some would say, argue that he's missing that. And some would argue that he's missing that if you use him as a winger, but I generally think he's decent. But shit happens. Handsome fat is good. I like how it says teammate is disconnected. And then it's going to do this, ain't it? Oh my god, yeah. Why can't... You see, the thing is, right? They said we have scheduled maintenance between 9 and 3. That was yesterday, right? Or whatever it were. So, you do the streaming. You do the cleaning and all that shit of your game. Telling me that not only have you cleaned it, you've sorted the codes out, you've done everything, your game is absolutely perfect. Now nothing can break. If a guy quits, he quits. If he doesn't quit, it's going to load you into the lobby. There's none of this, oh well, he quit but he didn't. He never actually left, game just fucked up. And he's got top-notch internet too. Plus on the side of things, he's wired also, just to give him that extra benefit. I'm not having that bollocks. Because I tell you something now, this is something we don't generally see. EA fixing a game and actually making it work. All I wanted to do was play some Rush. Just so I got extra awards and shit like that. But it is what it is. Might be available later on. I was playing it yesterday for a bit and then bang, load of fucking rubbish. Oh, here we go. This is not him quitting the menu. I'm not having that. That's EA going, I will not find you a fucking match because I'm a cunt. Until now. Sorry, EA, but you need to sort your game out. You genuinely do. Because not everybody just leaves the menu. I had this last week. I could not get into a Rush game on one day. For the whole day. Depending on which one I chose, it weren't allowing me. Nah, mate. Nah, mate. Not having that. That is bullshit. Ah. This is BS. I think the game's acknowledged that. Oh, come on. You guys saw it yesterday. Fruit balls were absolutely banging. Before I went and watched the last bits of the cup game. This is horseshit. Fuck you. Van Dijk ain't that good. He's slow. And he turns like a truck. And your 88 Torres. Fuck you. I mean, I'm not saying this guy isn't good. I'm just saying, you know, like, he's got a shit team. He's got gold players that are shite. He shouldn't be able to outperform a team of the season. Especially someone who's got double quick fucking reaction speeds with his button pressing. There we go, pal. Hey up. Ah, you thought gold players were better than team of the seasons. You started a brand new account for obvious reasons. You've been a cunt and you got transfer banned. The only reason people set up new accounts is because they've been transfer banned or they're bored. They're bored of having an awesome team. But like me, as content creator, I try different players. Every week you see me with a different striker, you know, and it keeps it fun. I've tried different formations, different tactics, all sorts of shite. You know, some of that's down to the fact that I really want to see how good I can actually be with different formations like the 4-3-3. But when you like that Xerxes there, when you've got a Joshua Xerxes, should I say, you know, with I don't know, this guy here who normally is pretty good. He wasn't there, but he normally is. You know, it's like you've got to use them both. Now I know he can play as a cam, that Pavlidis, but he doesn't have any other passing playstyles apart from one other. You know, he needs an extra. He needs Tiki, pinged, Tiki, incisive, and what's it called? Inventive. You know, he needs all of them because if he has, you know, obviously the ping that he's got as gold, and he has the ones he's got as silvers, the ones I've mentioned, he would be a decent cam. He'd be okay. Especially with him having finesse shot, you know, he'd be decent. He could still have the gold playstyles that he's got, just swap one of the silver ones around. You know, and he'd be decent because he is a solid player. But I'm talking as a cam. Can't use him as a cam now. He's not. You know, he's not exactly. You know, there's not much to it. Here we go. Torres. Fati. Oh, he's done me. I knew he'd done me. I genuinely don't have a clue how the fuck he's fucked up there. Yep. That's horseshit. My goalkeeper has gone from being like one of the best I've used to a complete a-hole. I mean, how has he not stopped that? EA, care to explain that? And I know that Fernando Torres hasn't been Evon fully, so he hasn't got the full, you know, physicalities, he hasn't got this, and mine's not the most physical. Yet this guy's absolutely fucking rocking. What? No penalty? Somebody kindly explain how going through the side or the back of someone doesn't result in a penalty. How the I'm sorry, but this is absolute a-hole. This is the definition of getting screwed by the game. He's able to run forward in straight lines. My players will not tackle him. But Fernando Torres is on hand. You just know with me, I'm getting high scoring games. I'm getting... Ugh. Well, I want to say thanks as well to those that watched the video back on Facebook, because there was about 100 that didn't watch it all the way through. Or 200. That only watched, like, you know, first, like, minute or two. But there was just under 1,000 that watched the whole thing. So thanks. According to that, you know, most of them watched it. But I'd say most of them watched it, but then judging on that, and the ones that didn't watch, you know, they seen it's an hour long. They couldn't be asked. So I'm thinking, for this, like, as of next week, the play for that is just do, like, 20-minute videos. And then go back onto the stream, you know, I may have to, you know, sort of, like, temporary stop. Thanks for watching, GG's, all that shit, then just come back. Because this is the easiest way to save your videos without having to edit yourself saying GG's and all that shit and thanks for coming and a lot of other stuff that you would say. You know, so... No. This is why you're scoring so many goals, because my players are following the ball and not following the man that's running it free into the box. I mean, look at that. Not one... Everybody was watching the ball, but nobody was watching that man that was free. So if the ball happened to somehow break free... It's poor from the defenders, though. I mean, if I defended better, my goalkeeper would be getting like 10-10 just for making one save. But yeah, I might consider putting that Dirk Kuyt on the left and then putting Athena on the right. I may just consider doing that, you know. I've got to try something different. Oh, come on, mate. The funny thing is, when that Prince is evil, depending on which position I'd have gone for, she's got disgusting strength. And yet, reasonable passing. But because she's already got max playstyles. See, this one would have been solid. If you'd evoed... See, I think... For this Tots one... The best... I'm not saying the best player, because I really don't know who that would be, but... In terms of players... Nepenthes would have one of the best. Because this year... He's done a bit of an Arsenal RTG, but at the same time, having two teams on the same account, an Arsenal one, and the viewers, best players, it's great. But to find one that had a team of the season, and to find out this guy sent him a message on Instagram or wherever it was, saying, just seen your video and noticed you've just backed myself as a team of the season from the A-League in Australia, or wherever it is, the Australian division, and I thought that's pretty cool, that. So, and he's got an evoed version of him. He's also got an evolved version of somebody else who watches his channel. So I thought, you know what, that's pretty sick, that. But one of those cards only has 2 playstyle pluses and doesn't have a shit ton of others, but has pretty juiced up stats. So if he gets like a +2 in certain areas, a +3 in certain areas for certain things, he's going to be an absolute unit. I mean, imagine Prince with similar stats to that, but the short passing is down by 2, long passing down by 2, but the acceleration is up by 2 or 3, and the sprint speed's up by 2 or 3 as well. And everything else is pretty much the same. But you've only got 2 playstyle pluses, and you're missing that and that and that. So say EA gives you that, that and that, as normal, should I say. And then you've got that and that as your others, as your golds, plus that and that. And obviously that, you've got a pretty nuts card. And if you, obviously that's expired a long time ago, but if you built a card, like say for instance, you evoed like cards like Nepenthes has done, because he is pretty good at doing shit like that. I mean, he's got a few bronze cards that have got 3 playstyle pluses and they're now 93 rated. And they're disgustingly good in game for him. So maybe I could do that at some point. I'm talking like next week, like, I don't know, not next week, like next FC, choose a player, choose one of my favourite players. Because like Nepenthe said, with midfielders, if you choose someone who's got 78, between 75 and 78 pace. Early stage Evos up till Christmas time, you know, December time, before they start thinking, you know what, we'll introduce 88 rated Evos, we'll eventually introduce 2 playstyle pluses, you'll have generally built a nuts card. Like this guy. You know, with his Mateta. It's low enough rated, low enough pace, but probably has really good finishing in game. That's the thing, if you find a guy who's, or a woman, whichever one you're doing, and then you add, I don't know, say you find someone who's got 94, 93 finishing or whatever it is, you know, but the shot power's like 88, long shots, you know, similar. That is able to be evoed in that TOTS one, but with banging finishing. So you could potentially, if you don't get the +1 on the finishing, fair enough. But if you get the +1 on it, like you get the +2s, 3s, 4s, whatever it is, to bring them up to like 92s for shot power, etc. There's a good chance you're going to have a nuts card. And if the pace is there, because I'm pretty sure it doesn't say. That's why I wish I still had that Havertz from one of the previous season passes. Unfortunately, I squad builded him. He'd be nuts now. Oh, come on. Jesus Christ. I did say that card would be nuts though. Yeah, that Athenia needs to go on the right. I'm not so sure about Xerxes now though. Should I be using Torres instead? He says. Suppose if you mourn a player, the player often enough, they then go and score. Bye-bye. Adios. Right. After this game, I'm gonna save this video and then come back to it. Hopefully I'll be able to play some Rush then as well. So bear with me. Right. Here we go. The rage quit is real. Right. Now then guys, for those watching on Facebook, thank you very much for watching. In fact, no. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you have a great day and all the rest of it. For those watching on Twitch, actually, for those watching on Twitch, yeah, I'll be back in a second. Just gonna